Salvete omnes, this is Amelia, also known as TheMartianGeek. When we last left the Blue Bomber, he had just driven off Turbo Man, so now that he's hit the road, let's spring into action and go to Springman's stage. Hello there, Springman. Shortly I will be disassembling your spring-loaded body. It's pink. Springman's stage is pink, and it has very happy music. How often do you have music in a major key in a Mega Man game? But I think this stage is actually supposed to take place inside an amusement park or something like that, and it sure sounds like it. As you can imagine, Springman's stage has lots of springs. It has springs on the floor, springs on the ceiling, springs on the walls, and spring-themed enemies. Here. Springman's stage is mostly pretty easy, although there are some parts that are kind of easy to screw up on. Come on. Just want to bounce up there and get the... Ow. Case in point. I should mention that a lot of things are a lot easier with the... Whoa! Even with the super adapter, it's not working very well. There we go. Dang, I can't... I thought I could press L or R to cancel the super adapter, but I guess not. And we have these things. They're basically like living... They're animated robotic slinkies. I find them kind of creepy looking personally, but... They more or less act like slinkies. They go end over end on the floor, ceiling, or down steps. Yeah, all that needs to be said about them. Now, one problem with this stage is it has a couple of rather tricky jumps, one of them being this one. See what I mean? It's nearly impossible to make that without either hitting the spring or using the super adapter. And that one, I didn't even... bother. Okay. Well, dang. Yeah, that would have been a lot easier if I just bothered to use the super adapter. I suppose I could show off Turbo Man's weapon, but I don't really have a good opportunity to do so on this stage. There aren't enough ground-based enemies to use it on. And it really doesn't work against air-based enemies. Now these jack-in-the-box things, well... I think I need the super adapter to get that E-Tank, so let's do it. The jack-in-the-box enemies change direction when you step on their boxes. I guess, I don't know if they always go clockwise or what, but whatever. But, yeah, this part's easier with the super adapter, too. When their arrows start flashing, then they're about to pop out, and apparently I already have 9 lives. Now you want this thing to be facing left so it bashes that door. Now, you can do this without the super adapter, but should I keep it on just in case? Do not, I repeat, do not hold B when you're jumping on those springs, or you'll ram yourself right into the spikes, and you don't want that. Now, do you? Whoa! And I almost rocketed myself right into the propeller guy. Now, see, this part is where I tend to spend a lot of time bouncing around without actually accomplishing anything like that. I swear I was holding B there, but apparently it didn't register. The rectangular springs seem a bit more finicky than the regular ones. I don't know if it's just me or what, but... I'm gonna... yep. Oh, phew. And then I get hit by the bullets. Ow. If I fall down again, I'm just going to use the super adapter to help myself get back up. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up without bouncing all over the place like a dork. Yeah, okay, good. Rush can drop onto the springs. Life's easier when you have the super adapter. Some people would consider it cheating or something like that, but I really don't care. They can play the game how they want to play it, and I'll play it how I want to play it. Okay, now here you want to be careful because you have two of the jack-in-the-box things pointing exactly the right way to ram you, so... And, have I mentioned the Sniper Joes in this game are really easy to take out. Doesn't mean they can't still hit you, of course. Forgot to comment on the scenery. Kind of interesting with the boy and girl met pairs and the... What are those, card symbols in the case here? I don't know. Springman stage is kind of weird with the scenery. But speaking of Springman stage, let's face the man himself. Springman, and you can imagine he jumps a lot. The wonderful thing about Springman is made out of springs. His top is made out of springs, and his bottom is also made out of springs. He's bouncy, trouncy, flouncy, pouncy, full of fun, and I'm about to shoot him. We've more or less seen everything he can do. I like to save a charge shot for when he pulls out these things, because then I can take out one of them as soon as possible. You want to keep your distance from him, because sometimes he can grab you and ram you into the ceiling. And you also want to take out the Wild Coils, the little things he sends bouncing around as soon as you can. See, that's why I like to save a charge shot for that. Springman's not very difficult either. Springman's not very difficult either, but don't let your guard down and be careful about where you shoot and where you move. Just get out of the way of everything. But Springman is down. And now we've turned purple and green. The Wild Coil launches one coil forward and one coil backward, right? Yes, but remember to charge the coils to make them jump higher. And you get Wild Coil. One thing Dr. Light doesn't mention there is you can actually change the height of the coils by holding up or down while you launch them off. I can't remember if that works on the uncharged version, but it definitely works on the charged ones. Yes, that's one of the weapons you can charge in this game. There are a total of 2. Why springs would be something you could charge, I have no idea, but whatever. And that side area in Springman's stage where with the spikes on the ceiling and this, where I had to punch open the door with the jack-in-the-box enemy. I didn't mention at the time what that thing was, but it was actually the Hyperbolt, and that belongs to Otto, as we'll find out in a minute. Might as well give it to him now. Hey! That's my bolt! Thanks, it fits perfectly. Yeah, it's only the size of your head, but okay. And now he has a bolt on his head, and apparently a Chinese fan or something. Now I can work at full power! Look, a new item just for you. I can now make items using half the normal number of bolts. Select the item you want made. Yeah, now everything is half price. Like I said before. This is the new item. This is just the... Oh, Hyper Rocket Buster. That's what it's called. That's the Power Fist upgrade. And I already got that with the Rush Search, but you can buy it. It's 800 bolts, though, so... yeah. Yikes. And now W cans are only 50, E-tanks are 30. But we don't really need... Whoops. I pressed the wrong button. Why the heck would you make Y confirm and B cancel? Seriously? Whatever. I probably had all my E-tank slots filled anyway, but at least it was only 30 bolts. So yeah, that's 2 of the second group of 4, and 6 total Robot Masters down. So with that, that's the end of this one, and I'll see you next time.